everyone. As Ryan so gracefully introduced me, I am Andrew Daye, Brand Strategist and CEO at EnableX. In short, we are a creative branding agency that focuses on growing and developing brands online to either build their brand awareness or increase their sales funnels. So to begin, I'm going to be talking today about how to drive and maintain online traffic. Okay. So the focus pieces today are going to be inbound marketing versus outbound marketing. And through that, you guys will learn and understand how to strengthen your brand online, how to build an engaged online community, and how to optimize your sales cycle. So if you guys know who and how I am, I love using analogies to explain things. It's one of my trademark things. So if you were to look at inbound and outbound marketing, look at marketing like a party. Okay. Outbound marketing is what gets people to the party, right? The flyers, the promoters, all of the hype, everything that's really there to push. That's what outbound marketing is. So on the online side of things, it's going to be actual online outreach, engagement, and ads. Okay. The inbound marketing is, if we're looking back to that party, it's what people experience when they get to that party. What's going to allow them to stay, right? Be it the music, the drinks, maybe you have a theme of the party itself, the ambiance. On the online side of things, it's going to be things that keep people engaged, like social media posts, blogging, email marketing, the aesthetic of your website. Okay. So my goal here today is to help you guys create the best online party. All right. So the biggest issue that I notice online is that there is really no strategy, right? And a lot of clients who I do consulting with, they kind of complain and say, hey, Andrew, like my followers aren't growing or not a lot of people are coming in. Well, for the most part, you don't have a strategy created. So it's like trying to play basketball with no coach. You're just kind of hoping that the collective of the team is going to allow things to work. Whereas every other team you're playing against has a coach and a trainer and everything else. Okay. And a lot of times people just focus on outbound marketing, which is, pushing it out there, or as we call it, yelling, selling, and telling. Right? It's a part of the funnel, is a part of the marketing, don't get me wrong, but it's not the full circle. And this is where inbound marketing really comes in. So do you really need to focus on inbound marketing? The simple answer is yes. And I'll give you the longer answer here. It is the driving force of brand building online, right? If your business doesn't exist in your customer's mind after the transaction, you have a business, not a brand. Okay, this is important because it's what is happening. We need to focus more on it now because of Amazon. Amazon is offering products cheaper and more convenient. So if companies are offering similar things that you are, cheaper and more convenient, what is going to be the thing that still allows them to come towards you guys? That's what branding is about in essence. Okay, inbound marketing is that solution. It gives them a reason to care for you and follow you before and after the transaction so they can be engaged and care for you long term. All right. So yeah, how do you build this inbound marketing strategy? Step one, you always want to focus on audience positioning. I touched on it briefly in the last panel, but you don't want to just say everyone is your audience, because the more specific you get, the more granular you get, the higher your conversion cycle is going to be, right? You don't want to just focus on getting a lot of people into your funnel, but you want to make sure the right people come into your funnel so it actually costs you less on marketing and your message hits people deeper. So finding your ideal audience, and then the next question you ask yourself is, how can you provide them value beyond the sales transaction? Okay? Can you be informative? Can you be entertaining? Can you be influential? And how will all of this benefit the audience? So for example, at EnableX, obviously the services we offer is marketing, branding, media services. But before and after the transaction, we are informing and influencing business owners. So that is allowing the people who are interested and catered into our brand to stick with us long term. Okay. So we're not just doing the service, but we're giving them deeper value beyond it. The step two is you need to figure out, where does your audience consume content the most? Because if they are only on YouTube and you're blogging, you're going to be wasting your time, right? So ask yourself, are they on Instagram more? Are they blog readers? Do they use Pinterest more often? Okay. And once you figure out where they consume content the most, your next step is to obviously create content that brings them value in the place that they consume the content. So what content should you post? The three main ones that we talk about in inbound marketing is blogging, email marketing, and social media marketing. So we'll take a dive deeper into those three now. Blogging is important because it affects your web traffic and it affects SEO. Without getting too technical, SEO is search engine optimization. And in layman's terms, it just means increasing your chances of it popping up on Google when they type something in. So yeah, for this, the direct strategy you want to do is make a laundry list of problems that your ideal audience may have, and then offer solutions that your brand can offer, right? So a lot of times we have clients that are saying, hey, Andrew, how can I build a brand? Or how can I, increase my sales funnel, or whatever questions they may ask. From that, I start creating content around that so they can consume, they can get engaged and understand that I become that industry expert. Okay. So HubSpot is a great example of this. They are a CRM software company. And again, they sell software. But if you look here, I'm not sure if you guys can see my mouse, they have a resource section that is intensive with information that can solve problems for their potential audience, right? They have their own blog section teaching you how to write a blog post, okay? This is important because the more blogs that they write and the longer people stay on the blogs and extract information, Google says, hey, this person is a relevant source, so I'm gonna rank them higher on Google searches. So I give an example here. I typed in sales and marketing CRM, right? HubSpot pops up #1 for the ad section, and they also pop up #1 for the organic section, meaning they don't pay for ads. This happens because their blogs are so intensive and bring so much value. They have so many viewers on there that Google's like, okay, if someone's searching for something in relation to sales and marketing, because so many people are converting onto HubSpot, I'm gonna rank them higher. Right? That's the importance of blogging. You're not just blogging for the sake of it, but you're blogging for the sake of actually popping up more on Google. The second one is how to engage your email list. I find this one is relatively tricky for some people because people use email marketing as a way to just sell, right? If you think about it in reality, as a business owner, how many emails do you get a month, a week, right? And a lot of the times it's other businesses selling you things. And if you're not in the mood or mindset to purchase, you're not going to open that email. And in turn, any other email that follows from that same person, you're not going to want to open anymore, right? So stop pushing so hard on sales in your emails, and don't be too repetitive or predictable, because there's a lot of business owners too. I already know what they're going to send me as soon as I see an email, so there's no point in me opening it. So you might have some crazy value in there, but because I see the typical patterns that this business owner keeps sending me, I'm no longer interested. I don't want to waste my time, okay? So a good example, again, HubSpot, they actually post blog summaries that have links to their website and social medias. So instead of having, buy our CRM software, right? They have an actual snippet of their blog, gives you some relative information. It's not too in detail because, again, people don't like lengthy emails. They get to the point. If they want to go further, they click the website, they click the social media handle, and then they can go from there. This is a strategic way to go about it, because now every time HubSpot pops into my email, I understand, okay, I'm going to have some sort of value from these guys. Let me open it and see what they're about. If I care enough more, I'm going to go to their website. How to post on social media. I feel this is also a big problem because a lot of people just post, no real strategy or idea in mind. They just know they should be on social media, so they just post random things altogether. But you need to ask yourself first, right? What will my followers want me to post about? I brought it up again in the past panel. If you are a business selling software, no one cares about your cat, right? No one cares about the fact that you just went to Jamaica. If you can make it relay to their needs and wants, maybe, right? So HubSpot, again, another great example. It's relatively small here, right? But they actually ask questions in some of their posts, right? Tell me something about yourself, right? Connect with purpose. And when you click this, it shows you ways of how you can connect online with purpose. That's value. I want to follow them now because I know if they post something, I'm going to learn something, right? Post consistently. An important factor to understand is on social media, the algorithms are actually in favor of people who post often and consistent. If you're posting every 3 days, every 2 days, once in a blue moon, whenever you feel like it, these channels are purposely going to make sure you pop up less. They're a business, right? The people who are using their platform more and who are more active on it, they're going to want to show them more. You get what I mean? So try to tailor to the fact that they want you to be online. They want to show your content. So give them a reason to, right? Use relevant hashtags in your captions, right? If you're posting about shoes, don't put hashtag I love sleeping. It doesn't make sense, right? Maybe do something about hashtag shoe junkie or, fashionista or fashion whatever, right? Have that relevancy because the hashtags is what's going to help you pop up for other people who may not be following you, okay? And reply to all comments, please. I see so many business owners, people are legitimately saying, hey, I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for your help. And they don't even like it and they don't even comment on it. Not only is it disrespectful, number two, if you continuously like and comment on the people who are engaging with you, number one, they're going to be like, oh shit, this person actually took time to talk back to me. I'm going to follow them more. It's going to be more, they're going to grow more affinity with your brand, right? Number two, again, these social platforms, it's called social media for a reason. If you're more social, they're going to show more of your media, okay? So take the extra 5 seconds, 10 seconds of thought to say, thank you so much for your comment. It was very appreciated. Click the like, follow them, and socialize on the platform. You will be shown up more, okay? So we're going to dive into outbound marketing now. So outbound marketing is the primary driving force of traffic generation. Again, because at the party, it's going to be those flyers or things that are getting people to come in, right? It's direct marketing that aims to seek out customers. So the examples we'll focus on is outreach, ads, and engagement. All right, so how do you build an outbound marketing strategy? Two things. Number one is your offer or positioning. If you are, creating an ad or reaching out to people online, you have to give them a reason for them to A, stop scrolling and look at your ad, or B, stop what they're doing and go to your profile to potentially find some sort of benefit, right? The second one is convenience. Right? How can you create the path of least resistance throughout your sales process? All right. If you are, you're booking consultations and you have to take like 70 steps, you have to write in your SIN number and your postal code and, the name of your first dog. That's resistance. And that's going to allow people to not want to come and continue through the sales cycle.
And Andrew,
yep.
On this and the previous slide posting to social media. A question did come in asking, people are home now. How often do you feel like people should be posting onto? And I mean, I know it's different for each one, but if you wanted to touch on that question.
Yeah, sure. So my honest answer is every day, right? Seriously, every single day. The more consistent you are with posting, the better your chances are, right? And again, we're a marketing agency and we test a lot of different things to see what does work so we can offer advice and help and solutions. The more you post, the more active these platforms are going to deem you, and they're going to actually show you up a lot more. So the simple answer is as much as possible, but on Instagram, try to keep it once a day. If you're an art platform, 2 times a day is ideal.
And you mentioned about, hold on, don't let me lose it. So you're posting every day. I'm going to come back. I had a follow-up question to that, but I'll come back to it after.
Okay, no worries. And anytime the questions do pop up, just kind of stop me because it pops up as more for me and like I can't really see the question itself. So let me know and then I can address the question.
Yes, for sure. I'll track the chat.
Awesome. Thank you. All righty. And actually, before I continue, sorry?
I did remember my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, tracking how it's working. So what do you use and what do you track to determine if what you're posting is effective?
Right. So we without
what
you know,
interview?
hello?
You make me get nervous, man.
Hello?
Okay.
Sorry, I was hearing a bunch of chatter. Yeah, so the easy answer is if you're looking at Instagram or Facebook, they actually have their own free analytics tools called Insights, where you could actually look at it and it shows you which posts are performing better and which ones aren't, which times of day are working better and which ones aren't. Okay, so in reality, if you're trying to go on Instagram, I'll give you a live walkthrough now. You open your Instagram app, okay? You go to, I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen, but you would actually go to your profile button here. If you're a business account, you go to the top right, you click Insights, and it'll give you all the information here under Activity and Audience. Okay, so it shows you exactly, it shows the top locations, it shows you the age range, it shows you the gender, the times of day, and what things are actually converting better. So yeah, it's important to, of course, post every day, but go on your Insights and track and see what times of day are working better, what forms of content are working better, so you can better off reposition your marketing strategy. Also, too, I'll note, I think it might be more ideal, hold all the questions, write them in the chat or write them on a paper, whichever works better. When I'm done the presentation, we'll open up for Q&A panels. It'll be more practical and ideal that way, so then I can address the question a lot better.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so the actions to commence for outbound marketing would be blogging outreach, social media outreach, and ads, okay? So for blogging outreach, what I mean by this is you should create an outreach Rolodex, okay? Create a list of podcast hosts, people who are bigger or similar level bloggers than you, YouTube channels, etc., and reach out to them and say, hey, I would love to guest blog on your website, or I would love to exchange content. Maybe I can share your blog and you share my blog. This is good because it allows for collaborative content and you guys are exchanging audience volumes. Okay, so if this person has, let's say 500 blog readers or YouTube subscribers, etc., you putting your content onto their channels, you're going to bring value to these audience people who they may not even know who you are. And now they're slowly converting over to your tribe. So this is a smart strategy to use when you're blogging, so you can actually speed up how many people are really looking and getting value from your blog. And it's outbound, just to confirm, because you actually have to send a message to these people that, hey, my name is so-and-so, this is what I'm about. I would love for us to exchange our content. But make it more personal, just to touch even deeper on it. Let's say they do have a blog or they do have a YouTube video. Talk about exactly what's going on in that particular piece of content, so they could be like, okay, this person is actually listening and engaging with what I'm doing, so I'm also going to take that time, effort, and energy to reach out to them as well. You don't want to sound or seem like a robot online. On social media, I stress this a lot. I just had a talk with Ryan about it earlier today. Engagement. It's huge. It works. It's real. It's not false. Okay. What engagement really is finding other audience types online and physically reaching out to them. So I'll give you a realistic example. Let's say you're a restaurant, you type in hashtag foodie or hashtag food blogger, and you find all the people who pop up under that hashtag search, click their profiles, like 3 to 5 of their pictures, make a comment, wow, this piece of food looks so great. You're an amazing photographer. Love for you to shoot some content for me sometime. Okay? Do that and then shoot them a follow. They're going to be like, wow, this person actually went out of their way, liked my stuff, commented on my stuff, and followed me. It's going to lead to more value. And I'll give you a realistic example of this now. Enable X, right? we're a creative branding agency, and we focus a lot on, building our clients' business and profiles. And we didn't really focus too much on our own Instagram. Okay. So I was at a marketing panel. I'm not sure if some of you guys were there. The first Friday of April. So that was April 3rd. Today's April 21st. Okay. We actually started engaging just to show proof that it works. So on April 3rd, we were at 311 followers, which is nothing. And from then until now, 21st, we're at over 820 followers. And those are real, legit, actual people. It's not a random person from Russia who's not going to like or engage. It's people who actually benefit from following Enable X. And it's from the process that's right in front of you guys now. Type in a relevant hashtag, find the accounts that match your audience, like 3 to 5 posts, comment directly on one of their pictures, and then follow them. Repeat the process a bunch of times to grow your organic followers, okay? Account collabs. This is another unique one too. If you find people who are similar business types, ask if you guys can collab on content, right? Let's say I'm a shoe store. I might find a socks company and be like, hey, would love for you to share this shoe on your story. It really fits with your brand. Or you guys can have cross-platform giveaways, they're called. So you might give away a free shoe. They're giving away a free sock, but they need to follow both of you guys, and they need to comment on both of your guys' pages. So you're hijacking audiences from both businesses, okay? And mind you, this is free growth. You don't need a budget. You just need work ethic. So if you take the work ethic and you hustle, you will get the free growth. If you don't work, you're not going to get the free growth. And I'm being transparent because I want you guys to grow. I want you guys to actually optimize your businesses online. We're stuck inside for COVID. It's unfortunate, but use this time to actually hustle. And the saying, what Ryan was saying, it's unfortunate that we can't right now put foot to pavement, so you should be putting fingers to phone and hustle differently, okay? That's what this is all about. The next part, we'll jump into ads. So Google Ads is important because its strength is the intent to buy, all right? When someone is typing something in on Google, they're typing it in because they're looking for an answer, right? So when you have a Google ad, for example, if I type in online CRM, these ads are gonna have really high conversions because I'm looking for an online CRM. So Google Ads are a very beautiful way to grow your business and grow your sales funnel. And look there, HubSpot pops up right there because their inbound marketing strategy is so strong that their outbound marketing strategy just boosts up even more. The next one is social media ads. So with this one, the strength is its interest intent. Okay, so it has the ability to understand and target your audience's interests, so you pop out in front of people who matter. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have, you've talked about a pillow before, and then you're scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, and you're like, I swear I was just talking about this, or I swear I just typed this in. That's what social media ads do for you, right? So it takes the interests of what people, the consumer is looking at, and it puts it in front of you. The second part to the social media ad is you want to have an enticing offer. So if I'm interested in online CRMs, HubSpot, 100% free forever. Why would I not click that? You know what I mean? Make sure your offer is enticing. So the best practices I would say is test and optimize. Ensure your sales process is seamless and enjoyable. The more friction, the lower the conversion rate. What that means in layman's terms, or in simple words, is if you're hosting a webinar or you have some sort of ad online or whatever, go through the funnel, right? If I was a consumer, I click the ad, what do I need to do to purchase, right? Make sure it's as easy as possible. And the easier it is, the higher conversion rate. Amazon is amazing with this, where they have the one-click purchase now, where you could legit look at the product, click buy, and it purchases, okay? So definitely try to reduce the friction to increase your conversion rates. Okay. So some of you guys might be asking, which one should you focus on first, or which one's more important? Personally, I would say focus on inbound first and outbound next. And the reason why is it's one thing to get them to your site or to your channels, but it's inbound marketing that will retain them. If you have an amazing, beautifully written ad or a great outbound message, and someone comes to your social media and there's no value, there's no content, your website sucks, they're going to be like, okay, I don't really care anymore. Like I lost interest. People have very short attention spans, so you need to cater to that. And again, the market is noisier than ever. So your goal shouldn't be to raise the volume on your megaphone, but point it in the right direction. Don't yell at them, but relate with them. Become their friend, and they will follow you. Right? So recap real quick. Number one, bring value and give people a reason to care for you before and after the transaction. Number two, build an inbound and outbound marketing strategy. Number three, don't focus on pushing your message harder. Focus on pushing it in the right direction, meaning finding the right audience, and streamlining the sales process. So I'm going to leave you guys off with two questions for today. On outbound marketing, does your online sales funnel have the least resistance to the customer? If the answer is no, then of course you got some work to do for COVID. Inbound marketing, what are you doing today to bring value to your audience, right? Not bring value to you, bring value to your audience, and then start building your inbound marketing strategy from there. So thank you guys for your time and taking time to listen to me. I will be taking some questions now, but before that, don't be a stranger. Say hello to me at any point in time. You can reach out on our website, our Instagram, our LinkedIn, and you can shoot an email, whatever works best for you.